not supposed to have company. So I was going to address it, and then I didn't see her for a while. And then I had someone move into another room. And it turns out it was his girlfriend. Like, she got her own room. I was like, well, that's cool. You know, she has her room, he has his room, whatever. Well, they started stirring up shit. And I was at full occupancy of 8 rooms. And then my first female left. The second female left. And the third female left. And so I called one of them, and I was like, hey, what's going on? She's like, well, that guy and that girl, they're not who they say they are. They're using aliases. He admits to having open warrants. He beats the shit out of her in the house, and no one feels safe. So, like, all my females are moving out. And I talked to one of the guys up there, and he goes, yeah, he tried to bow up to me, but I put him in his place. They had, like, a fist fight in the house. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I call him padsplit, and I'm like, hey, who are these people you put in my house? How do you verify identities? You run all these background checks. It's like, this person, like, they were getting all these packages delivered, so I had their names.
Yeah.
And I said, this chick's name is Tatiana whatever. She's like, who? And they typed that name in, like, oh, that lady's been banned from padsplit for months. And that's not the ID she used to take that room. She used a guy's ID that no one's ever heard of. I'm like, well, y'all need to kick him out. She's like, well, then that's when I figured out padsplit. They're like, well, we'll terminate her membership, and then she has to move out. If she doesn't, it's your responsibility to get her out. And I was like, well, son of a bitch. I thought that's, you know, one of the things why I hired a management company, so I had to deal with this. So I was like, all right then. So they terminated both of them, but they wouldn't move out. They're basically like professionals, like, oh, we know you get a 3-day notice, and then you have to file it, and it takes all this. And this was like right before Christmas. And I'm like, well, all right, let's ride this out. Here's your 3-day notice. You need to be out before I file for eviction. And then that day, I had a new tenant scheduled to move in. He moved in one day, stayed one night, and the next day moved out because the guy and the girl were in such a big fight that he felt his safety was a concern.
Yeah.
I was like, now I can't keep tenants, and I'm fucked. I'm down to like 2 tenants that are paying, 2 that are not. Everything is vacant. I can't move anyone in. So I went and talked to him, like all the negotiators. Eventually, I ended up giving them $600 each to get the fuck out.
Fuck.
I got him a hotel room. I was like, you need to get out now. So I got him a hotel room, and they went apply for an apartment, and I paid for like their fucking move-in fee for their apartment. So that was total of like $1,200 total, $600 each.
Oh.
I got him out of the house, and now I'm starting to recover. But I'm like, why? padsplit collected over $1,000 that month from me in fees. I'm like, to do what?
Yeah.
Like, to put cons in there so you can make more money? So this is bullshit. So I'm about to send them a big letter asking for them to relieve me of membership fees for a couple months until I recuperate the $8,000 that I lost.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, here's the thing is, if one of the people in that couple, like if that guy would have assaulted one of the girls in that unit, they would have been suing you, and padsplit holds no liability.
Right.
None. Like, it's in their documents that anything that happens in your property, it's your property. They basically are just putting people in your unit, and they don't even guarantee, like what they told you. Hey, they used a fake ID. You know, sorry. But what do you mean they used a fake ID? How do you have someone with a fake ID move in?
That's what I'm like. You need better transparency on your moving. Like, I want to know. You say you do financial and background checks. I want to know exactly who you use, what reports you get, what information you look for. So they're actually starting a pilot program with me based off of all this where if somebody wants to move in, they send it to me first, and then I have to vet them. I'm like, why do I have to vet them? The reason I pay you is to vet them. I'm going to do the same